World leaders pledging for immediate action, calls that time is running out. International bodies urging nations to wake up and act, and summits over summits. Nothing has really turned out to be effective. At least that's what the data says. World Meteorological Organization's conclusion that greenhouse gas levels in the atmosphere reached a record high for the 30th year in a row clearly shows ineffectiveness of the measures taken over decades. The Paris Climate Summit, Conference of Parties 21, comes close on the heels of the United Nations warning that 2015 is set to be the warmest year. The summit faces an uphill task of reaching a binding and universal agreement on climate.
Mais pas n'importe quel accord.
We want an agreement to be reached, but not any agreement. One that is ambitious and binding, an agreement which can be reviewed so as to reach our aim to limit global warming below 2 degrees Celsius by the end of the century.
Atteindre bien.
Negotiators remain deeply divided, with rich and developing nations arguing about who must do what to curb carbon emissions and who must pay. Unwillingness of developed countries to do more for cutting emissions and the dilly-dallying towards contributions for funds they pledged in 2009's Copenhagen summit to help developing nations is key to the trust deficit. Developing countries are demanding a robust agreement that expands economic opportunities, not one that erodes their interests even as climate risks grow. Amid pledges and commitments, there are hopes, there are fears.
My biggest fear, I guess, is that everybody is going to be proven scientifically correct about heating up and the melting of the ice caps and the rising of the sea level.
The young people of the world come together to find possible solutions to the climate crisis that we're facing right now.
With stakes high and expectations at peak, global leaders will brainstorm in Paris over 2 weeks. If reached, the Paris Pact aims at limiting average global warming to 2 degrees Celsius over pre-industrial revolution levels.